Welcome everyone to this segment of our regular meetup called What's New in Copilot in Microsoft 365 Copilot. As always, this is a monthly briefing where we provide updates on what's rolling out, what's in development, what's in preview, especially as part of the Frontier program for Copilot. So let's dive in and see what we have for this month. Absolutely, Margie. Yes, it's an ongoing thing. So this happens every month. So it's definitely an interesting session to be part of, to attend and participate in. Now, as always, questions are welcome. Happy to hear your curiosity, also your experience as you're using as you're using Copilot, especially if you notice any of those features that that we're announcing, right? So all of those are welcome. But this is something that happens every month. Okay, all right, great. So usually updates are categorized in these three segments, but because this is an end user segment, we're going to be focusing on updates that cover user capabilities. Now, the first slide for user capabilities, or the first updates for user capabilities, is the Copilot agentic capabilities in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Now, this slide is really about what we call Wave 3 of Microsoft 365 Copilot, which brings the creation and refinement directly into apps that you use every day. The Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and even Outlook. And you use these to create, edit, or even refine content end to end, rather than generating something and leaving you to finish it manually. What we've done here is that we've brought in the power of Work IQ, which simply means Copilot is grounded in live contexts like your current files, your meetings, your chats, your working relationships. And as that context changes, Copilot automatically updates itself so that it can stay relevant to you and provide you accurate responses every time you use it. Now, a key shift here is the transparency and confidence. Now, the changes are applied directly to files and are fully visible, reviewable, and also reversible. And also they support co-authoring so that teams can iterate on a single version rather than managing multiple drafts. Now, this capability is now generally available, and it's something that you should already start seeing in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, as well as Outlook. Now, I'm just going to have this video play, but what this is really showing is, the ability for you to now manage your inbox without just reading or replying. So this is really the steady work of keeping things moving. Now, Copilot in Outlook has now been improved to take on that work for you by helping you prioritize emails, surfacing what needs a response, drafting follow-ups, and also setting up rules to keep your inbox clutter-free. All you just have to do is tell Copilot what you need, and it works through those steps, showing what it is doing along the way so that you can review, adjust, and also step in whenever you choose. This is part of the Frontier program and started rolling out as of 27th of April. The link, let me click that link as well. I see your question, so I'm clicking the link. Okay, so that's probably something about that link that will get fixed. But I've noted this. I can also tell the link doesn't load, but I've noted it. Okay, now for this update, the Microsoft 365 Copilot mobile app now includes a refreshed chat-first design. Now, this design is intended to deliver a cleaner, more intuitive user experience. Now, what this update really does is it improves the Copilot chat experience by simply adding support for text formatting in prompts and also introducing a new layout that makes chat responses easier to view copy, reopen, and also reference through citations. Now, this is really a newly streamlined app menu that users can easily navigate their Copilot experience. Overall, the app has a more modern look and feel, featuring liquid glass styling and a new visualization for voice conversations. Now, this feature started rolling out this May and should be completely rolled out by the middle of next month. So if you've observed Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot app on your mobile app, you should already start seeing these changes. For this next update, this is really about Copilot pages. So in Copilot pages, users can already create and preview interactive visuals and apps such as lightweight dashboards, reports, and visualizations using web grounding. Now, with this update, they can use Work IQ to generate interactive visuals and apps in Copilot pages so that they can explore and iterate without leaving the page. So when a user is ready to further configure and manage the artifact, they can open it in the app builder right from that page. We started rolling out this feature from late last month. Oh, absolutely, Marjorie. So the slides are always shared immediately after presentation. Now, for this update, Copilot Notebooks is rolling out a wave of new capabilities, but this is in preview at the moment. So users who are signed up to the Frontier program like University of Miami can start benefiting from these features. Now, these features actually include enhancements to creation, collaboration, and learning experiences. Users can reference SharePoint content as well as OneDrive, OneNote notebooks. Remember, we treated notebooks today. And you can edit Copilot pages with Copilot, generate Word documents, or even PowerPoint presentations from notebook content. You can also share Notebook with a Microsoft 365 group and also explore content with mind maps as well as study tools. Now, we started rolling out these features from last month, and the rollout still continues into this month and should be completed by the middle of next month. Now, if you've started using notebooks, you should already start seeing some of these features within Copilot notebooks, especially considering that we covered Copilot notebooks extensively earlier today. Now, this is also regarding Copilot Notebooks. Copilot Notebooks now supports creating and editing Copilot pages through chat. So users can easily shape notebook content without editing pages manually. Now, in chat, users can describe what they want to change or create, and Copilot handles the updates directly on their page. For admins, this really improves usability and helps drive adoption by reducing the learning curve for managing notebook content on the web. Now, this feature started rolling out this month. So if you've not started seeing it as yet, just be rest assured it will eventually pull through. Now, still on Copilot pages, very soon users can add external web links as references in Copilot notebooks. Now, the cool thing here is this started rolling out this month, so you should already start seeing it. However, we're still hoping that this will propagate across most tenants. But the idea here is to expand the sources that Copilot can ground beyond internal content. Now, if you remember in our Copilot Notebooks training, for those of you who are on this call but were on the Copilot Notebooks Launch and Learn, you would remember that you can add your own reference document as knowledge source for your notebook. This can be Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDFs, and even SharePoint and OneDrive files. but we've also added the ability to add an external web link that isn't a subscription site. So, I made differences and I clarified those differences on that call as well. So you can add an external publicly accessible web link that's not a subscription site like LinkedIn. You can add that as a source or a reference to your Copilot notebooks as well. Still on notebooks, notebooks can now generate PowerPoint presentations directly from the content and references stored in a notebook. So Copilot can simply pull from notes, references, and even structure that's already in a notebook to help users draft slides that are consistent, ready to refine, and preloaded with visuals. The users can then choose the primary focus, level of detail, or slide deck length, and even design theme from example templates. And Copilot agent will create a presentation based on those unique requests. Copilot then drafts a structured, editable deck that users can open and refine further in PowerPoint. Now, we started rolling out this feature in May, and this is one of those features that I am sure you would probably have or most likely have if you went into your notebook that we created from the training earlier today as well. Now, similar to PowerPoint, notebooks or Copilot notebooks can also generate Word documents from the content and references they've gathered in a notebook. The context is going to be the same. They can easily generate content, documents like reports, summaries, and even proposals straight from the notebook content as well as references. This also started rolling out the same period in May. Now, mind maps is something you would likely find in your Copilot notebook. If you click the title of your notebook, when you create a notebook, the title heading, if you click there, it will just pop open a drop down that also includes mind maps. Now, mind maps are an interactive, grounded view of key topics and relationships across a notebook's content. So this is all of the content in one notebook. It just creates a mind map that shows how these contents are related and interconnected. Users can explore notes. You can open summaries for specific areas. You can use Copilot to drill deeper into what they see on the map. Now, this is really intended to give users a faster way to understand complex concepts and as well as notes in their notebook. Now, this is also one of those features that started rolling out this month. Now, there's a new multimodal capture on iOS that's also available for Copilot notebooks. Now, the multimodal capture is intended to allow users capture audio transcription, images, as well as typed notes in a single session. Now, this is really going to be ideal for offline moments like in-person meetings or even whiteboard discussions. And Copilot simply turns that capture into a structured Copilot page with insights as well as users' content, and then save this into that selected notebook. Now, this feature is specific to iOS devices, so iPhones, and would also work on iPads for now. And it started rolling out this month. Now, Microsoft Excel has gained plan mode for Copilot. This is designed to help users make complex changes with confidence by outlining a clear step-by-step approach before doing anything in the workbook, right? Before even updating anything. Now, so to enter plan mode, users will select plan from the menu above the prompt box. So when you open the Copilot chat prompt box, oh, yes, absolutely. You absolutely can. And I know you're referring to yes, absolutely. I know you're referring to the notebook, the Copilot notebooks updates. That's correct. You absolutely can. Yep. And then users can review how Copilot intends to complete a task. You can see which data or capabilities it may use, or even adjust the plan as needed. Now, this also started rolling out this month. You may not see it yet in Excel, but if you've started seeing it, then it means it has fully propagated to your tenant. All right. Now, thankfully, University of Miami is part of the Frontier program. I am excited to announce that we now have what we call the legal agent. May not necessarily be of much use to medical professionals, but the legal agent is just intended to help review and even automate contract reviews, helping with redlining through structured legal workflows while maintaining precision, consistency, and control. So think all of those structured reviews that you want to perform, or all those precise edits, or even document-based risk analysis that you need to perform on a contract that's been drafted in Microsoft Word. I should, however, call out that the legal agent is not intended to be used as an agent that provides legal advice, or as an agent that, how do I phrase this, that provides professional determinations. It should also not be used as a substitute for the judgment of a qualified legal professional. As always, and you will see this caveat across Copilot, AI-generated content may be inaccurate. Users are solely responsible for reviewing, verifying, and deciding whether to rely on any output from Copilot before taking any action. So that's the very heavy call out that I needed to provide. However, the legal agent is available for use for these specific scenarios that I have mentioned. OneNote. Now, Copilot in OneNote can now better understand your notes beyond typed text. This is also going to include tags, images, and tables to help you deliver more accurate responses to your queries with the additional context. Now, this adds to the types of rich content Copilot can already read over, such as inked notes. And that's really that. Now, this update started rolling out this month. I'm pausing for any question, just to make sure we don't miss anyone. All right, we are about 3 slides from finishing. Now, Copilot in Word now has new capabilities for document workflows. Now, what this really does is it's designed to help enhance document workflows with audit-ready editing. And this is still going to leverage the native collaboration as well as secure context-aware AI. Now, for document-ready edits, Copilot enables track changes. So you remember, if you're collaborating on a document, Gabriella has sent a file to Margie and to Inti and Paul, right? And she wants to make sure that her edits or any edits that these individuals make that can be seen. So if you're using Copilot, you can have Copilot turn on track changes so that any edits that somebody else is making, or using Copilot to perform edits as well, those edits are seen and can be tracked. What this really means is Margie can simply open that file that Gabriella has sent and then ask Copilot to edit a section of that document. Copilot will then turn on track changes automatically so that Gabriella sees the changes that are being made in real time. Cool. So that's really an example of how Copilot, of those new document document workflow capabilities that's been added to Copilot in Microsoft Word. Now, you must have seen this now. This launched in early April last month. Copilot GPT 5.5 Thinking, as well as ChatGPT Images 2.0, especially GPT 5.5 Thinking, are now available, generally available in M365 Copilot. And then for our last slide, you also must have seen the Anthropic Claude Opus 4.7. I also stressed on this in detail when I was going through the Copilot notebooks. And we fully understood what it does and how powerful it really is, right? The Opus 4.7 is designed for very strong in-depth reasoning, can be used for multi-step tasks, and it's about the most powerful, at the moment, it's about the most powerful model you can use within Copilot. And that brings us to the end of the update briefing for this month.